Hello everybody. We're alive. We're streaming. We're getting music on. Malicrosis. Oh boy, Big Sleepy. What's up, Mally? What's up, Fuzzy? Good morning. Good morning, y'all. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. First, what's up, Oscar? How's it going? What it do? What it do? First, technically on the stream thing, because it wasn't connected yet. Robert Gale, what is up? How's it going? Your first words ever on stream, according to my little stream chat thing. What is up, Robert? Ooh, big karate seminar. That's awesome. Ball of pain. That's how I feel after paintball. Like, the next day is just awful. What's up, Chuzix? What is up, Mally? Welcome, welcome, welcome. You know, I don't know if I had this stream on the Twitch schedule. I had it on the YouTube and the calendar for the patrons. But, yeah. Oh, shoot. Well, I guess I'll do it after stream. I was supposed to open the P.O. box today, but I think I left my P.O. box number downstairs. I'll just release it to the Discord after this. Everyone's got 2 weeks from today to send in stuff for the big stream anyway, so it's no big deal. I'm sure we'll have plenty of time. Plenty of time. Now, man, I did so much this weekend. Thank you, Fuzzy. Yeah, I'm glad we're safe soon, too. Oh my goodness. Robert, what's up, man? You're quickly becoming one of my favorite content creators. Now you definitely are. Keep up the good work and good videos. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the fam, Robert. I'm so happy you're here. What's up, Otter Pirate? Oh my goodness. So good to see you. Chuzix, since I ordered a deck, I've enabled notifications on my phone when you were live. Ooh, let's go. We have a calendar, Chuzix, for a schedule. It is on the Discord. If you join, you can get in for $2 from the Patreon, and there's a calendar on there. That calendar can't be public because the last time I tried to make it public, people were able to figure out how to sign up for decks even though they hadn't paid, so I need to fix that. Leppy the Bear, what is up? We got roasts planned today. Lots of them. Lots of roasts. As in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 decks. We're roasting 18 decks. Noritama, welcome. Good morning. Yeah, we're roasting 18 decks today. Yeah. And then we got a really long stream tomorrow showing off all the decks that were not able to be this Thursday. Yeah, Chuzix. Oh, trust me, the Discord is awesome. We've been doing tons. Yeah, and I looked through all these decks so far. I'm really excited to go over them because they have given me what I would like to say a little bit of a window into what I've done as like a content creator to influence how my how my viewers build their decks. Like I'm definitely seeing like influence from me in these, if that makes any sense. It's really cool. Yeah, that's been really awesome. But we have lots of story time, as well as I get to show you guys a little bit of what we're giving away soon. We have the huge giveaway stream as well as the charity drive coming up. That's going to be October 6th is the official start date for that. I'm announcing that today. And then I'll be putting up a ton of stuff tonight. Very excited about that. We're going to be going over what we're donating to, how we're donating. You guys get a bunch of stuff when you donate, which is really cool. That's awesome. Yeah, Justin, absolutely. Oh, building a big bomb deck. Yeah, Justin, there's lots of commanders for that. That'll be really exciting. I'm going to show you guys a couple of things real quick. I'm going to pick them up off the ground here. I've got some of the stuff that I'll be giving away. So, these ones were graciously donated by Kevin, who was here last stream before I had to leave due to a family emergency. But these are some of the new things that are in the giveaway from Kevin. He's donated to them. So they're all signed Magic cards. We got a Birgi, we got an Ugin, a Boreal Druid, a Hammer of Nazan. Or not Nazan, Colossus Hammer. Tons of signed cards. Tons and tons of signed cards. So we've got a ridiculous amount of signed cards we're giving away. And then we've got some really big stuff, including some artist proofs. Yeah, there's a Birgi in the drawing. Look at this. Signed artist proofs. Yeah. We got some big stuff in the giveaway. And then we're also going to do a charity drive where you guys can send your cards in via a P.O. box and get your cards signed. And then all the cash you put into the the envelope that you send your card into gets donated straight to charity. I'm trying to figure out which charity I want to. There's one where they give out food every Wednesday in downtown Charlotte. And then we get to talk about Christ to everyone that's there. And so I think that's the one I'm looking toward. I met the guy who has owned the charity for the last 18 years. He was homeless and lived in Charlotte and started the ministry when he was homeless. He would just every day be like, God, I don't know how we're going to do it, but I need pizza every Wednesday at Town Square to give out to people. And he's done it for 18 years. So I'd love to go share pizza and hand out food and help the homeless that are there. I think that would probably be the best thing that we could do. So that's one of the charities that I really enjoy around here that I'd love to give to. That's one of them. But yeah, basically we'll be doing that with the P.O. box soon, which will be really exciting. We got so much coming up. So let's grab the idea bin we were making last time, guys. Let's get back on that because we had to leave early last stream and I hated that we didn't get to finish this. So I'm gonna copy my stream intro here. We're gonna duplicate this scene and we're gonna make this called the town hall idea. Yay, Chuzix, that's awesome. I'm so happy to hear that. International Justice Mission. Oh, sweet. International Justice Mission. Justice Mission. Ooh, very nice. Yeah, I'll look into that. They were founded the year I was born. Look at that. Very cool. No, it doesn't have to be cash. The original idea was just that. We got plenty of stuff. Heck yeah. I love that, Justin. That's amazing. That's a great idea. We should look into that one. Whoops. Oh, I actually have some other really cool news. Oh, Chuzix, don't worry. You don't have to connect it to your Discord. If you made the order, then I'll have all that information and then we can put you in the right chats in the Discord. Any of the mods will be able to help you out. No biggie. So, ladies and gentlemen, so far, I have a bunch of verbal contracts with people that want to like become like main sponsors of DefCat MTG. I have officially signed the first one, the first big one. And so right now I have verbal agreements with Manapool and Moxfield. Those are the verbal agreements. So we just don't know if those will actually happen yet. But they've like emailed me and we've had like video conferences and I've talked to their media managers and stuff. Hey Dev, what's up, Wacky Pizza Man? I just wanted to pop in, say I'm very glad that you and your wife are okay. God bless. Thank you, Wacky Pizza Man. Just to let you guys know, from what happened last stream, they've officially caught the person that did the shooting. It's a very complicated situation, much more than we were expecting. Long story short, a homeless man walked from the park into the Lotta Arcade, which is this alleyway where all the local businesses are. And so my wife always goes and gets her lunch there after, during work. And while she was in the Lotta Arcade, 2 restaurants down from her, the homeless man walked in, started an altercation with a construction worker. And this construction worker was known for like having altercations and issues with the homeless in the area or those experiencing homelessness. And the construction worker just started beating this homeless guy, like genuinely like just wailing on him. And so the homeless guy pulled out, somehow he had a firearm. We don't know how. And he shot the guy that was beating him. So it's definitely not some random shooting, killing. This was definitely 2 individuals with massive issues that got into it. So, I mean, it's a very good thing that this wasn't just a random act of violence. Like this was like a very direct individuals with problems kind of thing. So, yeah, it makes that a lot less scary of a situation now that we know the reality of it. But it's really sad that there was life lost no matter what. But yeah, thank you. We are good. My wife's a bit shaken up, but she's working from home today. We're hanging out. We spent a ton of time this weekend together. And then on Saturday, we helped do a concert and a conference called Stop the Violence at our church. And so we had a bunch of Christian hip hop and rap artists come and entertain some kids while we talked about how to stop violence in the communities and spread the gospel. So yeah, that's probably the best thing we could have done with our weekend. Let's be honest, after such a scary situation. So yeah, thank you to everyone that was praying for us, as well as keeping, updated with the information that we had on what was going on. We really appreciate that. So thank you guys so much. I also just realized I haven't alerted Twitter that we're streaming. Let me do that right quickly. We are roasting decks today on stream. Come join. Link below. So yeah, it was a very, very good very, very, very good use of our weekend. But like I just said, we do officially have our first signed sponsor. I'm gonna make sure I don't screw up their name because that would be very embarrassing. Officially, oh, guys, I just checked my email. I now have the second one. The second one just came in. Okay. So I have two. That's hilarious. Yeah, the second one just messaged me. Oh my goodness. Let me find it. Okay. There we go. Let me get their website up. Okay. So we have 2 official sponsors. First one is ewinracing.com. So they are my favorite gaming chairs. So I couldn't afford their chairs, straight up. And they recently lowered their pricing. And I was like, before I order, let me send them an email and see what they could do for me. And they were like, oh, we love your content. And I was like, oh. And so they're sending me a chair. And then they're going to offer everyone that like is in my Discord, as well as who I can give the link to, 25% off with my link. So that'll be very soon, which is really sick. So we'll be donating chairs. We'll also be giving away free chairs, and we're going to be giving them at a discount to all my fans. That's a really big one. And then the next one is I've finally decided to go with a sleeves and playmat manufacturer. Yes, they ship to Europe. Yes, they ship to America and Europe. Okay, I'm here. You're all complainable. So I have decided that I didn't want to go with a company where I wasn't able to like help dictate the quality of the sleeves. And I reached out to Dragon Shield, and I just don't know if I'm like big enough for them effectively, because I like Dragon Shield and I'd love to like help push like their quality level, because I feel like in the last few years I haven't been as happy with it. But I did find a company that reached out to me and was like, hey, do you want to help develop our sleeves with me? And I was like, okay, I'm listening. So they're called Viper Sleeves, and we are going to be making their first custom sleeves and playmats with them. So Viper Sleeves is letting me be a part of their development process. They're very awesome. And we are going to be doing all of my custom sleeves and mats with Viper Sleeves officially. They are awesome. So we are very, very, very excited to work with them. They're going to be great. They've been, stupid quick on like responding to me. And they also have like taken all my feedback. We've been in contact for 2 months now total. So yeah. We're going to finally have custom sleeves and custom mats very soon. Very, very, very excited about that. So that's the news that I got over the weekend for you guys. That's what's new. Outside of that, I'm going to be in Atlanta for MagicCon. I'm going to be traveling with Maldhound and Z, the main character. We're going to be up there. And then afterwards, we're going to be recording some content together. We're going to go on a little vacation while my wife's in China and go relax for a little bit, which is really exciting. I also didn't get time to make a second pot of coffee today, so I'm having a Celsius today. All right, let's get some ideas going here. Let me move chat up here, and let's get my screen on. Let's talk about what we want to do for the big stream in October. There we go. Now we can see chat a little bit better. Awesome. Okay. Oh yeah, the DefCat sleeves look. They look amazing. Like, here, I'll spoil. Let me spoil this a little bit for you guys. Let me pull up the info on this. Oh my gosh. Yeah, let me get some of the designs up for you guys. Oh, do I not have all of them on my computer? Darn. Okay, I've got 3 of them. That's fine. So here's one of them. I think most of you have seen this one. This one's going to be on the DefCat shirt that's for sale on the Discord soon. We got this one. We've got the black mana variant. And then the blue mana variant. And these are the sketch versions. There's actually like fully rendered versions that I don't have on my computer right now to show you guys. But yeah, very excited for those. And then everybody, we've got stickers. So we got Angel. We've got Civilian. We've got the Duke. We have the Foreign Emissary. We have the Knight. And we have the Wizard. So I have thousands of these stickers coming in that I ordered. I'm mostly going to be giving them out. And then there's also going to be really nice like sticker packs available soon. Yeah, there's the Be Not Afraid cat. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I am stoked. But yeah, tonight there's going to be a bunch of information going out to the Discord, so be excited. Gray, welcome to the Kitten Court. I'm excited to hear one of your Hear Me Outs today. Thank you for joining. You are going to get to watch the newest installment of DefCat coming out this week. And then I have another one coming out every week of the following. Welcome to the Kitten Court. Yeah, I love the wizard one. Let's pull that one up again. It looks sick. I love the wizard one. It's so cute. I think my favorite's probably the angel one. That one's so adorable. That one's awesome. Everyone give Gray a welcome to the Kitten Court, though, y'all. Give some big amens in chat for Gray. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, yeah, and then some other stickers like this that you guys will see soon. This will also be on shirts. And you know me around here. I hate AI. So, as we all should. And so everything is hand-drawn by artists that I hired. Oh, great. The Discord is over on the Patreon. It's only $2. The reason we do a paywall for the Discord is so bots can't get in. No one raids it. No one can be rude. Makes it real easy. Yeah. So great. All you got to do is head on over to the Patreon. But yeah, the Discord community is awesome. It's been, and also because it's $2 for the Discord, I pay to regularly send out awesome new things on the Discord. So like all the money goes straight back into the community. Absolutely great. Yeah. My faith is the biggest part of my life. It always will be. It's really easy to make this shiny cardboard into an idol. It's not. The most important things in our lives should be each other and our community. And I would love to spread that through my music and through my videos. Oh yeah, we're constantly talking about decks on there too. Yeah, I love AI as a way to save time. Love it. It makes video editing, it makes writing emails, all that so much easier. Love it for that. Don't touch art. Dear God. Like, why? It's literally human expression. Oh no, the roast is about to start. Roasts haven't started yet. No worries, Mr. Real P. We have 17 decks to roast today. 17, baby. But what we are doing right now is we are talking about what we would like to do. Yeah, AI should always be an assist, not an end tool. Absolutely, Noritama. Are they roasting on an open fire? They are going to be roasting specifically open to all of us. Yeah, the roasting on AI has just begun. Because as you guys might know, I don't just pay for people to do digital art. I pay for hand-painted cards. Or I guess I'll have to back up so it's in focus. All of these were done by friends who are official Magic artists. I love so many of the Magic artists. They're good friends of mine. I take them out to dinner every MagicCon. Art is important. Art is very important. And yes, that is a horrible gift of Tivit, but is my face. And it is disturbing and is also before I had a mustache. Memo, you had a girlfriend. I figured I'd ask you a real quick question. Any updates on the cooking idea you had mine last we chatted? So, yes, Memo. So, on the cooking idea, you talking about us doing like a stream where we're all making a deck together? Was that it, Memo? Justin, even then be careful. AI has violated express commands from human users. Absolutely, Justin. It has. Yeah, adolescent DefCat, yeah. Hey, DefCat, I posted on your Cody video. I don't want to pester you or anything. But there's something I don't get about the deck. Is there somewhere else I can learn more? I think I answered your question on the YouTube comments. Let me go see your comment. Let's go pick it up here. Let's go to the Cody video. Let's go find that right now. Let's answer some questions live. All right, let's Control F spinal injury immediately.
Whoa. There we go. And it was Beals Bro. Okay, let's see if it can find your... Oh, wait, I think I just saw it. No, that's Bubble and Run. Where is your comment? Did I spell your name wrong? It's your YouTube name, right? Beals? Oh, there you are. Beals Bro. Okay. Done question. With all the untappers, what's the reason? Cody will use one of the Wooburg to pay... Oh, yeah, let me get this in shot for you guys so you can see it too. My bad. All right. Put this down here. All right. I'm dumb. With all the untappers, what's the reason? Cody will use one of the Wooburg to pay or play an untapping spell. Then the rest on activating Cody again. So you don't net anything. You do. So, Beals, when you tap Cody... It says, and let me get the card up here on screen from the video. Cody says, when you cast your next spell this turn, exile cards from the top of your library until you exile an instant or sorcery. So, even if all you do, where's your highlight? Even if all you do is tap him and then activate him again with the rest of the Wooburg mana, that means we're still getting another activation. It still means that we're now going to get to exile from our library twice rather than just once. Also, sometimes we untap Cody after we've played a spell that makes us mana, like Dark Ritual and like other mana. So when you cast for example, you tap Cody, you cast an untapper for 1 mana. This will exile the only card at 0 CMC, that's an instant or sorcery, which is the tutor card. Now, he's untapped, right? You can activate it again if you would like to. Then, you can go get a mana generator. So instead, you could go get Dark Ritual, you could go get Cabal Ritual, you could go get a lot of things, so that way the next time you activate Cody, you'll go into a bigger spell if you want to. The idea is you get extra activations and you can stack the top of your deck to instantly exile a big spell you want. So if you cast Personal Tutor, you can exile until you hit something bigger on top. That's the entire idea. Yeah, so when you do the Profane line, when you go get Profane Tutor, the idea is that you go get Calling the Weak. It sacrifices Cody and then gives you 4 black mana, so then any big mana spell in your hand can instantly be played. That's the point. Yeah, that's the point of this. But if you're still confused, reach out to me on the Discord. We can talk there. MTG gang, what's Kyra? What's up? How y'all doing? All right, y'all. So I'm going to delete this here. I'm going to let you know what we've got planning. So, that's what happened. Yeah. So, you want to go get Calling the Weak and then cast a big spell from your hand that you already have in your hand. That's the idea. So, we are going to be doing, so October 6th for the stream. So stream number 1. Every stream is a giveaway stream no matter what. See you soon, Blainable. Stream number 1, everyone, drum roll, please. Stream number 1 officially is going to be, okay, I didn't even mean that big. I was going a little crazy there. Stream number 1 is going to be a pack/box opening stream. And then we're going to be doing a giveaway. So all streams, giveaway every 30 minutes from October 6th through the 11th when I stream, which is going to be every single day. Every day. We haven't figured out a time, so we need to know what time we want to stream. I'll be doing a giveaway every 30 minutes. That means you can get a signed Birgi. You could get a painted artist proof. You could get a playmat, sleeves, a deck box, a quiver case, magic packs, original Magic the Gathering books that I thrifted. There's going to be an insane amount. And so every 30 minutes we're doing a giveaway all week. Then we're doing stream number 1 is pack and box opening stream. And then stream number 5, so the Friday stream, is going to be card signing / altering. So I'm going to be altering your cards you send in to me and signing them. And then we're going to do a big giveaway at the end. So we know that's stream number 5. 2. Stream number 3. So now what we need is, what would we like to do on these streams? And then I have a podcast I'm on at October 6th at 5, so at 8 o'clock at night. So it won't run into the stream. So we're good. Okay. Yes, the podcast won't ruin it. Okay, good. So we have pack opening, box opening stream as stream number 1, and we have card signing and altering stream. What would you like to watch me do? What kind of stream do we want to do together as a group? Because we've got, like, we could have chat plays blank. We could do that where we play a game together. What else would we like? What would be a fun stream for my week of streaming? Pin the tail on the DefCat. Is there like a website I can do that on? You're a huge proponent of challenge deck buildings. Okay. So, make a Fortnite Victory Royale deck. I will pass. I'll pass on that one. Knocked him. Details to be determined. I like the deck. So, deck creation challenge. That's a good one. It's a good one. Popper EDH. So I have something I probably won't do. I think bringing viewers onto stream normally doesn't make for a good stream. I think bringing viewers on for videos can work out well because I can edit it down to the good parts. That's definitely good. Oh, a community challenge. Oh, okay. Let's put that in the idea bin. So ideas. Community challenge. I like that. Okay. Community challenge. Ooh, jank cards. Yeah. I like that. Yes, Noritama, we are going to be putting together. Ready? We are going to be doing community nights on Mondays soon. So Monday nights on the weeks we don't have the roasting stream like we're doing right now, we're going to be doing community nights where we're either going to like watch an anime movie together, like a Ghibli film, or play Commander together. And we're going to do a bunch of like community nights like that. So that is coming. That is coming soon. What else? What else, y'all? What's some other big stream ideas we've got? What would we like to do? Be selfish. Tell me something only you want. Don't think of the community. Be like, I want this. I want to watch DefCat shove 45 grapes into his mouth, or I don't know, anything. Have you ever seen Twitch plays Pokemon? Yeah, exactly. So we could do Twitch builds a commander deck. Do we want to do that? So stream builds a commander deck. That's a good one. Keep putting it in the wrong. Okay. Stream builds a commander deck. I like that. Everyone likes that a lot? Okay, cool. We'll definitely do that one. That sounds good. I like it. I like it. Here's a caveat. I have to buy the deck. So like we have like this has to be something we like do. Okay, I've got a really good idea for that stream too. I think on stream builds a commander deck. This is how we handle it. You guys get to vote on things, and I'll put like a poll and stuff like that. And then every time we fill up the deck to 100 cards, I'm gonna cull it. I'm gonna take out all the cards, you know, or something like that I'm like, nah. And then we have to like restart filling the spots that I took out. Something like that. And then we like make a community deck and we do a video about it. We could do a whole video for the channel. Awesome. I love that. Let's do that Thursday. Stream builds a commander deck. Heck yes. I am down. Let's do it. Is there a video game stream you would like? $10 budget deck. Oh god. That would, yeah. A community challenge. Yeah, a budget community deck stream. I like that. I like that. Yeah, get whatever. Yeah, make it build a new one. Yeah, $10 would go hard. Baldur's Gate 3 is good. I like that as an idea. I actually have never finished it or played it much. Oh, Malacrosis, don't get me back on Diablo. Oh my gosh. So, for those of you who don't know, I was the rank 1 Demon Hunter player in Diablo, and that's how I got my career started in streaming a while ago. I used to stream Diablo full time for 6 months. It was in college. That's how I paid for like literally food, rent, everything. Oh yeah, my sanity level was in the dirt. Yeah, Diablo 3. Diablo 3. This was a literal decade ago almost. It's been almost a decade. It's been like 8 or 9 years. Ooh, back to TFT. Yes, that'd be funny, Spiral Eater. Get back into TFT. I love TFT. Yeah. What other magic related stuff? What other magic related stuff would we like to do? Yeah, Diablo 4 didn't do it for me. I loved the game. Diablo 4 was an awesome game. Like the campaign was fantastic. I just couldn't get behind the end game loop. Final Fantasy starter is $20. You cannot do a commander with it, so $10 is not realistic. Oh yeah. MTG Nerd tries to break Hearthstone. Oh my gosh. You can do interviews with artists. Yeah, interviews would be fun. I can definitely set that up. Interviews. Review favorite cards. So review day. Review day. Okay. Oh yeah, dude. Diablo 3 is incredible. Agreed to post game content. Felt super mad. Yeah. My friend made a Discord bot on our Discord where it shows card art and you have to guess the name. That's fun. Unofficial Spider-Man precon. Dog, I don't want anything to do with Spider-Man. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't want anything to do with that set. Yes, custom card roast. I like that. I like custom card roasting. That is very fun to do. Could there be anything cube related? Oh, man. That's the thing. I think if it's cube related, I would like to do it IRL, and that would take me a while to put together. Yeah, $10 can be viable. It can be. Yeah, I like custom card roasting a lot. That's very fun. Custom card roasting is the bomb. Totally agree with that. So what else would I roast that day? So we have custom card roast. What else? What else do we do on that day other than just custom card roasting? What else am I roasting? Oh, I got it. I got it. Card choice psycho analysis. I don't know how to spell psychoanalysis. Hold on. Psychoanalysis. There we go. That would be fun. So you send me your favorite card and I'm going to diagnose you. Which, by the way, I know I'm going to finish it one day. But yeah, basically what your commander says about you. I have a nearly finished counseling degree. And so I feel like I have a little bit I can give in terms of making that pretty fun day. Because I can go hard on y'all people. I can get into your brains. That'd be fun. That'd be a fun day. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so custom card roast, love that. Yeah. Hi Vito, do you want to come up? My cat's staring at me at my feet right now. Yeah, custom card analysis choice. That would be a good addition to custom decks. That'd be fun. We should talk about that. Let me see if I can get into the groove on that and write like good jokes. That'd be a lot of fun. We got one more day, guys. What's the idea? I'll put it up on Discord. Yeah, Mr. Real. I'm putting up a ton of stuff tonight. I'm putting up the P.O. Box. I'm putting up the first DefCat merch for sale on the Discord tonight. A bunch of stuff's going up tonight to get ready. Because we're officially going to be starting this in 2 weeks on October 6th. So that'll give everyone 2 weeks to send stuff in. Plus a little bit more. What else? What else, y'all? We got one more day. Yeah. And the Discord is available on the Patreon. We put it behind a Patreon wall. That way we don't get like spammers and rude people and stuff like that. It keeps the community nice and safe. Yes, so DefCat technically launched in 2015 when it was a music label that I owned, and I was a full-time musician. I was a full-time musician for 6 years until I started content. I worked in like record labels. I've got music on MTV, Paramount, Disney, but sadly AI took my job because I was the background music artist. Yeah, there's several DefCats for each color identity now. Yeah, we have a DefCat for every singular color identity. So we've got one for each monocolor, and we're going to keep making a DefCat for every color. Yeah, Heart. Oh my gosh. Yeah, duh. So Heart here, I won't use his real name. I used to work for his father at a record label company. Which I need to get back to him. He's accidentally been copywriting all my old music again. I made mostly, so what I was paid to make was orchestral, electronic, and horror. Those were the three big ones that I got paid to make. Now, I actually made electronic, like deep house, dubstep, electro, you name it. I made like gent metal, you name it. I made a lot of jazz. I made a ton of not lo-fi, but like relaxing music. Lots of stuff. Wish I could have done music and made money from it. I played guitar for the longest time, then tried to make music on my computer with FL Studios. So I've used FL Studios since 2008. So that is all I've ever used. Heavier than that, Justin. Heavier than that. Now, how did AI take my job? So, we were in a writer's room of 18 different musicians. All of us had 2 categories of music that we made primarily. Within the 18 people, all of us overlapped with one other musician for like the music we made. And it would go like this in a big circle of all the music that we were able to make. We were hired for that, and then we would send in submissions whenever like a advertisement company, a show, a movie, anything that needs music would come. What's up, Lefty? How you doing? And then they were like, we have a catalog of over 300,000 songs. We don't need you anymore. We can train the AI using all the music you've made over the last 40 years that this company's existed. And I was like, crap. So then the only thing we got paid for was custom instead of stuff we put into the library. And so I only made like, I think I made like only like $24,000 in 1 year. And that's before tax, during my last year of music as a full-time job. So it drained our savings. It was awful. We literally basically lived off just my wife's income that year. It was terrible. And we live in like a pretty big city. We live in Charlotte, North Carolina. So it's just not cheap to live here. So it was not sustainable. Yeah. Yeah, humans will always make better music. I agree. Hey, yep, fellow music burnout. Thing is, I still make music. It still does well. I made all of the music for Tolarian Community College, which I'm sure all of you know that channel. I also made all the music for Maldhound, some of the music for a bunch of other channels. So I still do music. It's just not enough to be full-time. And then I also did music for video games for years, which I'm hoping to still do. Got news on that. I got some news on that coming up. But I like this. This is good. We'll end our ideas for stream. Yes, absolutely. God bless where you're at today. Absolutely. I'm very thankful for where I am. And I'm also very thankful for the time I got to do, you know, music full time. It was awesome. So like, I have no like regrets or worries about any of that. It's very fortunate that I got to have that time for when I did. Hey, Justin, fellow timpani man, let's go. Yeah, I did drumline in high school. And in middle school, I was in drum corps. Oh, 8-bit. I did for 5 months. I was in the original Beat Saber catalog, and my company pulled the license for me to be in it because they technically own the rights to the song. I was in the original Beat Saber catalog for 5 months, and a lot of people found me through there. One of my songs is still pretty famous on there. It's called Unresponsive. Yeah, 8-bit Outcast. You definitely saw me on Beat Saber. The one song that's still really popular on there is Unresponsive. Yeah, they reached out to me before the game came out. I was like one of the big artists that they were hoping to work with. It was really cool. Oh, that's awesome, 8-bit. That's so sick. That's awesome. Yeah. Oh my gosh. You know what? Before we get started on roasts, how about I play the song? Let me bring it up here on YouTube for you guys. That's too funny. It's still probably unresponsive DefCat. Here we go. This was the song. So this song came out in December 15th, 2015. It's going to be 10 years old soon, if you can believe that. That's how long I've been doing this. That was my first YouTube video, I think. But yeah, I've done a ton of music in my time. I'm really excited to get back to doing video game music, which is what I primarily did over the pandemic. That was my full-time job. Right, I haven't listened to that in a long time either. I think it's been months since I've like gone back and visited that myself. If you guys didn't know, I did some of the music for early team fight tactics advertisement. This song was for Mortdog, the creator of TFT. Yeah, so if any of you have ever watched a Mort Dog video, you've definitely heard that song. That's the end of all of his videos. But yeah, I'm excited to get music back onto the channel. Yeah, before Escape Plan and Cosmos Spiral Eater, Cosmos is still one of probably my favorite thing I've ever made. If I have to be honest, it's probably still my favorite thing I've ever made. Oh yeah, it's super fun. They wanted like kind of a Mega Man vibe, was originally the vibe we were going for when we were creating the track. It was insanely fun. But I've done enough yapping. I've probably gone on a little too long with the yapping today, but why not? You know, I had a lot to yap about. So everybody, it is time to get into the deck roasts. Is everyone ready to see some decks get roasted? How excited are we? Everyone ready to go? Get some amens in the chat. Yeah, the Mega Man vibes did work. Absolutely. I totally agree with that. Absolutely. Let's get into our first deck roast of the day. Everybody, it is time to roast Queen Elena Rudak. Let's see what our submission was here. Oh, this is the weekly deck form. Let's get to the roasts. Where's the roasts? Custom deck order, prayer request, personalized, nitpicking, commander deck, submission. Where the heck is the roast form? What in the world? What? Where'd my roast form go? Wizard deck submissions, September submissions, August submissions, custom deck, prayer request, personalized custom deck, Archmage. What the heck? Did I put my form on my personal on accident? What in the world? Let's go back over the Discord. I have it tagged. I have it pinned. There we go. Okay, awesome. Here it is. Get all the way to the top. Awesome. And then... oh, where's the Tivit deck? There should have been a Tivit deck here at the end. Yeah, please stand by, y'all. Here we go. Awesome. Yaps are cool, man. It's great that you engage with your viewers more in a personal way. I'm glad. Yo, been ordering the cards for the Bailiff deck over the weekend. Nice. That's very exciting. Okay. So, our first deck we're going to be doing today is from Fish. Yes. Okay, awesome. Fish, you said it is a token deck, go wide deck. I bought a booster box from EOE. This was my starting point in Magic the Gathering, and I tried to build a deck on my own with little to no knowledge. I went on a budget, so I tried to fill in the blanks with cards that I thought were good, but it turns out really janky. I'd love to make this a good 3-4 bracket deck, and I'm willing to invest a bit more into it as well. Also, if you would like, you are allowed to change the commander. Okay. Card art choices, not intentional, probably cheapest out there. So Queen Elena of Rudak. Green, white, elf noble. Queen Elala's power and toughness are equal to the number of creatures you control. If one or more creature tokens would be created under your control, those tokens plus a 1/1 white creature token soldier as well. Okay. So it is a bracket 2, right? Bracket 2 creature tokens matter deck in green white. Cathar's Crusade. Yeah, bracket 2 is what we're looking at right now. Standard ramp package. Just Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, Swiftfoot Boots. That's not bad. We're running Nature's Lore. We're running Cultivate. So let's talk about this for a second. Most people that get into, are introduced into Magic the Gathering start with green-white tokens, kindred decks, and there's like a third archetype in there, but green-white tokens, or +1/+1 counters. That's also a big thing. DefCat is coming up. Jesus. Oi. Kitty in lap, everybody. Kitty is in the lap. So this is like very normal, like as a starting point, and it's a very good starting point. So Archivist of Ogma, love it. Very, very, very good. Yeah, Revan Landfall as well. Archivist of Ogma, love it. Gain a life, draw a card, awesome. If you like this, I would suggest Deep Gnome Aeromancer. Yeah, the cat cam right now is being used as an overhead cam. I don't have it on at the moment. Very sorry. But I will lift him up. Good kitty. So Deep Gnome Terramancer would help a lot here. Kevin, what is up? Oh, Enslow, welcome to the Kitty Committee. Welcome to the Kitten Court. Everyone say hi to Kevin. Kevin is the one who drove me and him a definitely legal speed limit to go pick up my wife when there was trouble at her work last week. Everyone give big amens to Kevin. Hey, Kevin. Okay, so let's talk about this. Llanowar Elves is the only... I think it's one of the only mana dorks in the entire deck. And a green-white deck, for me, that is a sin. That is a sin. If you have access to green, use that sucker up. So, highly suggest other mana dorks such as Arbor Elf, Avacyn's Pilgrim, Birds of Paradise. I'd say those three. I'd say those are the really good ones, and then maybe even Finhorn Elves. I see you have a ton of white pipped only creatures though, so that's why I'm not advocating for like Elvish Mystic and other ones that only do green. So how many token generators do we have in this deck? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, that's not 4. Everybody, quick! What is the vampire that when their opponent's creatures comes in that you get to make a 1/1 unless they have their stuff come in tapped? What's the vampire? It's not Welcoming Vampire, because that's this one. It's a different vampire. What's the one we're talking about? Let's go to Scryfall. Let's find him. Let's do a little Scryfall magic, everybody. Let's do a little Scryfall magic. Whoops. 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 There we go. So let's go to advanced search here. It's enters, tapped, opponent, 1/1. It's a white creature. I think it's a, whoops. White. Charismatic Conqueror. There it is. Yep. Awesome. Yeah, Charismatic Conqueror would be nasty in this deck. I suggest Charismatic Conk. Super, super good card. Most likely, this deck is going to be up against other bracket 2 lists that are looking to end the game through combat damage and or some like interesting like spell heavy decks. So I'm gonna suggest Weather the Storm. I'm gonna show you guys Weather the Storm real quick. So it says you gain 3 life Storm. So Storm says whenever you cast a spell, copy it for each spell cast turn. So if any of your friends cast a bunch of like artifacts and spells in one turn and then they're going to swing out at you because they like pumped up their creatures, this could very easily save you for 2 mana. I think that's really good at bracket 2. I think that'll be super helpful. I love Swords to Plowshares. I suggest adding right, it's a cute meta call. I agree. Definitely if you're already running Swords to Plowshares, I always double down and just go ahead and run Path to Exile as well. I like spot removal a lot, especially in green-white, and you got access to it. Right now, I don't see enough threats in this deck. I do not see enough threats. I understand we have Cathar's Crusade. Oh, Unnatural Growth. There we go. That's a good threat. Unnatural Growth. I don't really know if you need Hardened Scales in a list like this, because you're not really putting an insane amount of plus-on-plus encounters onto creatures, but at the same time, it's a one-mana enchantment. You know? I don't think we need Beast Within at this level. I think Beast Within's a bracket 3 removal spell, because you want to be able to get rid of, like, lands as well. Or is it Beast Within's non-land permanent? Yeah. Beast Within wouldn't be bad. Another really, really good creature here. Splurge on Ogre Tack. Or buy some packs. And pray to open them. So, Ogre Tack will triple the amount of creature tokens you make. It's currently $25 and only $21 Euro, and would literally be the biggest, most incredible Hail Mary for this deck possible. It would instantly make this deck even better. Halia Guided by Light. That's another one. Yes, I think I saw it in there. Let's check. Halia Guided by Light. Oh, we don't. Yeah. Halia Guided by Light. Very good suggestion. Yeah, very good. I think in general, what this was missing was a way to get your first 3 mana ramp spell out and keep up in terms of lands, because we're only on 35 lands. So I think Deep Gnome Terramancer answers that. Adding an Arbor Elf, Avacyn's Pilgrim, Birds of Paradise answers that. Charismatic Conqueror answers there not being as many low CMC threats. Weather the Storm is a good meta pick. Path to Exile helps with removal. Ogre Tack is the bomb that's needed, and I think Halia Guided by Light is some extra glue for the deck. I think the last thing I would suggest is adding Kodama's Reach now that we're adding in the 1 CMC things. Which, by the way, I will say to this day, I have the coolest Kodama's Reach in the world. Genuinely, I think I own the coolest Kodama's Reach in the world. It is, and I don't know, I'm gonna like pray it's somehow here on my desk here and I can show it to you guys. But it was the strangest trade I've ever done in all of Magic. Like, honestly, like, it was the most random encounter that got me this copy of this card. It's so strange. Let me see if I'm lucky enough to accidentally have it on my desk so I can show you guys. Is it randomly on my desk? That would be so cool. Come on. Please. Please randomly be on my desk. If not, I'm going to have to dig through my commander box, and that is currently not available to me to pull up. I don't. Dang it. Okay. That stinks. I'll put it on the Discord. So all of you that like the Discord, please know that it'll be up there soon. I have a copy of Kodama's Reach foil in German, which is the native language of the artist, signed, and then the giant hand that's reaching down in the Kodama's Reach original art is picking up a dollar bill that he sketched into the art, and it's an original foil, like the original one that ever came out. It's so cool. But I traded it to someone for like a $3 card back in like 2020, and they just didn't care about it. Also, the guy I traded it to was like insanely weird. He had a whole binder like covered in like hentai stickers. He was very like the most LGS interaction you could ever have. It's some dude in like one of those anime hoodies and like hentai all over his binder, and then he's like, oh, here's some insanely amazing card, you can have it. And I'm just like, oh, thank you. It was so weird. Based. Does something like Master of Ceremonies work in a deck like this? I don't know. Let's talk about that. Yes, yeah, I can't adjust this list. This is their list, so I'm unable to take it out. But yeah, it needs to be taken out of the 99. Ooh, Shieldred, Meat Hook Massacre, and Enduring Tenacity. Raven, congrats. That's awesome. Or Revan, thank you so much. Sorry, I mispronounced your name there. I think that's it for this deck. I'm happy. I think that's enough upgrades for the state of the game they're in. Again, this person started playing in the last set to come out, so we don't want to overload their brains. The next one, Code Exorcist. What is up, baby? You're up next in the roast. Soul. It's time to get your bracket 3 VV deck roasted. It's the VV Dragons list, everybody. Dylan McRae, have you gone over a Golbez deck? Yes, I have. Definitely submit it, because the only Golbez deck I've done was a CEDH Golbez that I made on the channel. There's a whole deck video on it if you would like. I am so excited for this, everyone. There is some history behind this roast we're about to do. Soul purchased this deck. This was a full video they purchased to be made on the channel. It is one of the 2 decks they have ordered to be made a video of. I'm so excited for them. I'm very excited because one of our sponsors has graciously offered to pay for a video that Code is going to be making as well for us, or has made or requested the deck for. But everyone, get ready. We're about to go over bracket 3 VV Dragons. So, you included Harmonic Prodigy. Love that. You got Varen. Love it. Imperial Recruiter. Love this card so much. Dragon's Rage Channeler is awesome for a myriad of reasons. So let's get into this a little bit. Dragon's Rage Channeler is going to allow you to cast things to trigger VV, and then when you look on top of your library, it might just be a land and you don't want it, and you can just keep surveilling. So Dragon's Rage Channel is awesome, and on top of that, it's a flavor win because it's a Dragons deck. Let's look at what dragons you kept in. Goldspan, love it. Ancient Copper, love it. Twin Flame, love it. Laughless, love it. Making it 5/5. Ooh, you included the 2-card combos of Nivs. Yes. Okay. I think Cavern Horde Dragon's my favorite dragon in all of Magic. I think it's the best designed dragon in all of Magic. Genuinely. I'll let you guys read the card. I think this is unironically the best dragon in all of Magic. Best designed. It's just incredible. Also, the art is unbelievably awesome. It's not looking like a Dragon's Approach deck. Not yet. Okay, awesome. So let's do a quick check. Do you have Dragonstorm? Yes, you do. Big genius. We love Dragonstorm around here. Awesome. Blasphemous Act. Can any of your dragons survive Blast Act? No, they can't. Yeah, that's normal. I like Blast Act. You're running Wheel. We love that. Ooh, Past in Flames and Will of the Jeskai. Yuck. Haze of Rage. Yes. Good. Brain Geyser. Brain Geyser is so important to this deck. Did you run the other Draw X spells? Let's see. Yes, you have Pull from Tomorrow. You have Blue Sun Zenith. And you have Stroke of Genius. Responsible deck building. Absolutely. Yeah, it's up there with Hellkite. I would love to build a sick dragon deck, but good grief, the price. Yeah. Dragons. Okay. I played EDH at a time where all of this stuff was cheap, and I bought it back then. And then during the pandemic, I thought we had just hit a peak in prices, and I sold my Magic collection. I spent $18,000 on my Magic collection between the years 2011 and 2012. That means I spent around $1,000 a year playing Magic. I don't think that's egregious for playing Magic. And by the way, when I mean I spent $1,000 a year, that meant I accrued $1,000 of value. Sometimes that meant I lucked into it due to pack openings and things like that. This also meant every Friday paying $25 for F&M and getting 5 packs, things like that. So it was a very slow accruing of time and process. I sold my entire Magic collection minus a few decks in 2021. And yeah, I had to sell due to a game company I was trying to make work out. And I sold $13,000 worth of the cards. But I had only spent $8,000 on those cards. So I came out $5,000 in profit. I checked last week how much money I would have made if I would have waited to sell that collection today, what I had back then. It's actually worth less. Magic has reprinted so many cards that I actually sold during the bubble. I was right. That's complete luck, but I can't believe I lucked out that hard. The only cards that I sold that I shouldn't have was I did sell some reserve list. Like I sold a Grim Monolith. I sold a Wheel of Fortune. I sold a Survival of the Fittest. Those ones I lost money on big time. But I sold so much else that was like big back then is worth nothing now that it evened out. But I didn't sell the wheel for long, Justin or Johnny. Don't worry. Let me show you guys what I have now. Instead of buying a Wheel of Fortune, which I had an Italian black border that no one really wanted, it literally had a giant bend in it. It was awful. I got a sketched one. So this is on an unlimited Wheel of Fortune. I got this off Facebook Marketplace for $200. I think like 2 years ago. But it's been fully altered and I love it. It's so cool. That is my current Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, selling out a reserve list is never the right play. If a card's reserve list, never sell it. Just end of story. Just never sell it. Yeah. Luckily I never sold out of Duel Masters, and those are still rising in price. So, I think, Soul, I'm noticing something here that you might have not. In Bracket 3, let's talk about the metagame of Bracket 3 for a second, everybody. Bracket 3 is about two things. Everyone's deck has now strategized. So that's what I like to... So Bracket 1 is exhibition. It means I made this deck for the art and interest of the idea. Bracket 2 is I want to play a game, but I'm not overly concerned with winning. Bracket 2 is I'm here to play a board game with my friends, and I'm not that edgy. Can we agree with that? Get a wheel at birth, like a social security number. That's funny. I like that. Ooh, I'm going to buy my kids Magic cards when they're born. That'd be cool. Which, very excited to have kids one day. Me and my wife are working at that. But we've had a lot of medical struggles, so be praying for us on that. But, you know, a big thing with Bracket 2 is board game night. We're going to get Catan out. We're going to go get, you know, a normal board game out. That's what Bracket 2 is to me. Bracket 3 is, hey, I've gotten really into this board game and I have a clear strategy. If your deck doesn't have a clear strategy, you will lose every single game against my deck that has a clear strategy. And you've kind of cut the fat, but you've kept the pet cards, you've kept the fun cards, all of that jazz. And Soul, what I'm seeing here is you have cut the chaff and your win conditions are niv, niv, niv. Very good win conditions. And then on the games where you do not collect the nivs, you don't really have a good game plan, in my opinion. It doesn't win the game as easy. And so what I would like to suggest here, in order to make this deck still work, is an alternate win condition. And I would suggest Chandra's Ignition. And, oh my gosh. What's her name? Red Planeswalker. That can be a commander. Jessica. and Jessica. I think you want something. Oh, you're running the Breach combo in bracket 3? Ooh. Yeah, Code, I think a lot of people will get salty at the Breach combo being in bracket 3. A lot of people associate this combo with CEDH. And I think a lot of people will associate it with high power. Not that I really think it is. I don't think it's really on you. I would instead take out Lion's Eye, Diamond, and Brain Freeze, and put in Big Boom Spell. Yeah, keep the Underworld Breach. Code Exorcist, definitely keep the Underworld Breach. Just don't include Brain Freeze LED, and instead include something like Chandra's Ignition. That can then be replayed from your graveyard the same way the other stuff is. It's just a more socially accepted combo. And then you can cast Jessica's Will from your graveyard to generate the mana you need. And you can do Jessica's Will and then into Wheel of Fortune, which will fuel your Underworld Breach. I think that'll be really good. And then you can also recast Haze of Rage to give an insane amount of damage to Vivi. And then you can cast Chandra's Ignition onto Vivi. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to each other creature and each opponent. That will be a better way. So you can use Haze of Rage to pump your Vivi to like 1 billion, power, and then kill the table with Chandra's Ignition. Let me show you what that looks like. Let's go to Mox Field Play for a second on this deck. And I'm going to act as though the cards we're replacing are Chandra's Ignition. Awesome. Okay, cool. This works fine. Yeah, okay, cool. So Polluted Delta, go get Balsamic Island. And we're going to cast Dragon's Rage Channeler. Red, we're going to Mox Jasper, trigger Dragon's Rage. It's a monk, don't need that. Put that in the bin. And then attack with Dragon's Rage Channeler. Next turn. VB. Bonk. Next turn. Awesome. We're going to shock this in as a land. We have 4 mana available currently, and we have 1,000-Year Storm. So 1,000-Year Storm says whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, copy it for each other instant or sorcery used that have been cast this turn. We want to get up to be able to cast a 1,000-Year Storm. So we're going to cast Spellseeker here. Spellseeker will go grab any instant or sorcery 2 CMC or less from our bippity boppity boopity. What am I trying to say? From our deck. And we are going to go find another. Do you have Personal Tutor in here? You do. Perfect. Awesome. We're going to get Personal Tutor. We're going to cast it. That'll trigger Vivi. So we have 1 trigger on Vivi, and then we're going to we'll keep Turn Inside Out on top with the Surveil. That's pretty great. We're going to have to shuffle anyway. Personal Tutor. That'll have activated Vivi. And we're going to go get Jessica's Will. Boop. Go to next turn. Ooh, Imperial Recruiter on top of that. That's pretty good. So we're going to cast Jessica's Will here. And then that will activate Dragon's Rage Channeler. We like Endwalker. That's pretty good. Yeah, we can keep that on top. And then that'll trigger Vivi. And then we'll exile the top 3 cards of our library. And Jessica's Will make us, let's say, like 6 red. Right? Let's get the mana tracker. Boop. It'll make like 6 red. We'll then use 1 of the red, remove, and then a blue to cast Snap, trigger Vivi, trigger Dragon's Rage Channeler. Laughless Dragon, we really like that. So we can keep that on top, honestly. But we're about to brainstorm. And I think we want instant sorceries. We're on the instant sorcery game plan right now, so we're actually going to bin that. That'll go to the graveyard. We now have a storm count of 2. We'll keep that track on the colorless mana. So we have storm count of 2 right now. We'll untap these 2 after casting Snap. We'll have snapped our own Spellseeker back to our hand. We will then use the remaining mana, 1, and then remove 5 to cast a 1,000-Year Storm, which will be great. And then that'll add a counter to our Vivi trigger. It's a non-creature spell. Ooh, Wheel of Fortune. We'll keep that one on top for sure. And then with our last blue mana, we'll activate the Endwalker. But 1,000-Year Storm will trigger. We'll get a Vivi trigger. We'll have 5 mana on Vivi. And now we're going to get... that's our 4th spell. And we'll brainstorm 4 times. So we'll put Wheel of Fortune in our hand. And then we'll put back Recruiter and Blue Suns. And then we'll do it again. 1, 2, 3. We'll put back Thundering Falls. That we're looking for a land. Do it one more time. A land that comes in untapped. Oh, nice. We'll put these 2 back. 1, 2, 3. Ah, we didn't get one. That stinks. So Thundering Falls is the only land we got. And we don't have any other things to cast to make a land drop, which really stinks. Darn, yeah, not hitting a land drop in the top 5 really sucks. That would have been huge. Anyway, because then we could have, if we had 1 more mana, we could have casted Haze of Rage. But from there now, we can cast a Wild Ride with our last red mana. And then it'll copy, and we'll make 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So we have 24 mana from Vivi now. And 1,000-Year Storm. Meaning we could Wheel of Fortune the entire table to death. Because Wheel of Fortune's going to copy 8 times. So, yeah. The deck works fantastic. It's so much fun. And I think what'll make it work even better are the stuff that I added here on the side for you, which is Chandra's Ignition, because Chandra's Ignition would have just won the game right there, then and there. It would have killed the table. Same with Jessica. But yeah, I like this deck. I'm happy I built it. I like the tweaks that you've made to it. Very awesome. Very awesome. Think you might have missed my message. Just subbed on the Patreon. Awesome, Dylan. Thank you so much. Glad you're in the Discord. By any chance, I could get a deck review into this stream. It'll be next stream, Dylan. Do not worry. I don't take them during. That way I don't say something I can do and then forget it. So please add it on the Discord so it can be like on the calendar and I can promise it for you. Yeah. Awesome. Our next one is a Bracket 2 Chatterfang from Code Exorcist as well. We got an extra entry from Code that he purchased. Let's look at this roast. So, for those of you who do not know. Yes, now to hear about Chatterfang. Absolutely. Okay, so Chatterfang is Forest Walk, which we shouldn't forget because that is a really good ability. If 1 or more tokens would be created under your control, those tokens plus... if 1 or more tokens would be created under your control, those tokens plus that many 1/1 green squirrel token are created. So, Bracket 2, like we were talking about, is board game night. Ooh, JB the Lefty. Yo, what cup of coffee? Are we talking Americano? We talking a flat white? We talking a latte? We talking just some pour over? What we doing? Yeah, Chatterfang is nuts at all levels. So, most likely what we will be doing here is depowering this Chatterfang, which is cool. Code Exorcist, you always make awesome, powerful decks and have awesome ideas. It's not a bad idea to depower. I depower a majority of the decks I make. So we are in step with one another, my friend. Okay, Chatterfang Squirrel General. Let's see how many ways you have included to make extra squirrels in this deck. Let's look at it. We've got Gilded Goose. That makes one. We have so a lot of food token generation, which works with Academy Manufacturer. Very awesome. It is a Quartric Vienna and a raspberry cream ghost for later. Oh, nice. Love to hear it. We should do a coffee stream or a video sometime. I have lots of coffee stuff. Coffee is probably like one of my biggest hobbies. Dozen at this level is unneeded, my friend. Dozen is unneeded and will often lose you the game by letting others have its effect on their turn. Dozen is normally a dead card of this bracket. Bracket 2 is my favorite after playing for years. Most fun time with friends. Yeah, it is the friend tier. Bracket 2 is where friends hang out most of the time. Totally agree with that. Yeah, but yeah, Dozen is the best defense grid. All your friends run blue. Okay, cool. Keep Dozen in if this is specifically a pick against your friends. I totally relate to that. Totally agree you should do that. I like what we're doing here. I think you want Tireless Tracker for sure for extra things. Yep, Cafe Addicts Anonymous stream. Ooh, Chatterstorm. Love Chatterstorm. Reanimate. Culling Ritual. This is one of the best cards in all of Magic the Gathering. I'm so glad you got it in here. Acorn Harvest. Diabolic Intent. Okay. Village Rites. Sylvan. City of Solitude. Wow. This is the most intense bracket 2 list we've seen on this channel. With Rev Hazels, don't tell me you included Devoted Druid in here too. Did you? Okay, you didn't. Okay, I was like, oh my gosh. Yeah, this is super strong for bracket 2. Like super strong. But everyone, lock in with me for a second. Lock in. Our version of bracket 2, the community's version of bracket 2, it sounds like is different than Codextrasys's friend group, where you guys are following bracket 2 to the T in its lettering. Like you are just following the rules Wizards gave you. Versus the community's version of bracket 2 means it's supposed to go against precons. This deck would beat a bracket 2 list like that a normal community member, you know, like at a LGS would bring to like bracket 2 night. Like, how do I explain this? This is putting a Ford F-150 against a Prius. Are they both legal to be on the road? Absolutely. Are they in any way, shape, or form in competition with one another? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That Ford F-150 in a head-on collision will not even notice that there was an accident. Like, this is nasty. But I think I understand your vibe code, and I think I know where you're coming from with your friend group, and I have some diabolical ideas for you. And I just mean diabolical ideas. So, I think for certain. Yes, Flubsy, Tivit is our last deck of the day, Flubsy. Very excited. If you can, Flubsy, really quickly, if you can do this for me, could you on Discord DM me a Moxfield link to the Tivit one instead of Archidect? Could you send me a Moxfield link for it instead? That'd be awesome. That'd be really helpful. Yeah, like, just give the Prius flying. I love that, Hobo. I love that. That's a good one. Just give the Prius flying. That's a shirt. I give my Ford Focus flying. Awesome. Thank you so much, Flubsy. You got time. No rush. Okay. So, I think what you can do to make this deck the most fun for you and your friends right now is purely around the idea that you want to take out cards like Night Ear's Nightblade, Zulu Park Cutthroat, Vengeful Witch, or Blood Witch. I think the best thing, yeah, what's a DefCat stream without a car analogy? Literally, I would take out Life Drain put in token enablers. Here's the idea. We want to make this game interaction, because bracket 2 needs to feel like a board game, not spells. It needs to feel more board. So let's board gamify this deck for a second. Other squirrels get +1/+1. Let's talk about other things that do that, going down that same thought. So Gaia's Anthem would be a great inclusion at 3 mana, the same mana value as many of the cards already in this list that do these things, such as Nadir's Nightblade. But it's a less feels bad version of the idea. No, Valgavoth is next, I think. Yeah, Blainable, Valgavoth is next. So, Gaia's Anthem is a great one. And other things that are like anthems that give all of your creatures +1/+1. I think that will be a less feels bad version of this deck. But like you were talking about, you got City of Solitude, Defense Grid, and Dozen in this list. So it makes it totally understandable that you want to be like against your friends' blue decks that constantly mess with you. Totally understand that. So, but what I would do is, instead of Defense Grid effects, because like we were talking about, I still want you to be able to play this with like new people you meet, add in Veil of Summer and Autumn's Veil. Let me show you those ones. So this will do the same effect without it accidentally getting passed around to your opponents, and it's more reactive. It says, draw a card if an opponent has cast a blue or black spell this turn. You and your permanents you control gain hexproof from blue or black until end of turn. See? So it accomplishes the same thing without the feels bad of having like a permanent that changes the game so much and makes your friends feel like, oh, well, now I just don't get to play. It helps with that a lot. What else do we want in this list to push this forward? Oh, I love that hazel art. It's so gorgeous. So cool. I think probably a Meat Hook Massacre to replace some of the effects we talked about earlier. Should Black Market Connections be in a bracket 2 list? Is this for Patreon members only, or can anyone submit? Yes, this is for patrons only, Oren, but do not worry. It is not expensive, and when you do it on Discord, you get it monthly. So you get one every single month, as well as even if you have more than one deck, you can post it in the Patreon, and everyone in the Patreon is always talking about each other's lists all the time. So you get to constantly do it with them. So the Patreon acts as like a constant brewing ground. So should Black Market Connections be in bracket 2? I'm going to say yes. Hear me out. Black Market Connections, at most, if you use all 3 modes, costs you 6 life a turn. Sylvan Library says 8 life a turn if you want to fully use it. Bracket 2 lists run Lightning Bolt. They run constant amount of creatures. They run a constant amount of attackers. Life matters a lot more at bracket 2 than it does at bracket 3. A lot more. And so, honestly, I think Black Market Connections and Sylvan Library are stronger in bracket 2 than they are bracket 3. Or, sorry, yeah, are stronger in bracket 3 than they are in bracket 2. I think they're weaker at this bracket. So, I don't mind them. Doc Punch, hi, I just subbed to the Patreon. I want to let you know that I absolutely love your content and chilling in your streams while doing homework. That's what I like to hear, baby. I love chilling with you guys. Like, this is awesome. Best part of my day. But yeah, I really do think life matters more in bracket 2. And so, genuinely, I think, yeah, Oren, I think Mirari's Guile instead of Sylvan Library. Absolutely. Miri's Guile, so much better at this bracket. I genuinely think it's a better card for bracket 2. Yeah, Dylan, I have learned to stop caring about other people's reactions to my card and more about the reality of the card. Because just a little insight into someone who does Magic full time, I only get to play Magic on camera for like shows or at Magicons and like SCG cons. I do not get to go out and play Magic unless I'm testing a deck for the streams, playing on streams for content, or at a convention. And as a result, I've had to really rethink about what I care about when it comes to other people's like view of my deck. And I know for a fact what I care about when I play a deck is my own personal enjoyment first. So like, for example, I made this like crazy foil demon deck recently. It'll be in a video this week. It's really fun. I love this deck so much. It's probably up there. All right. Crazy thought, y'all. I think this video that I'm putting out soon is going to be bigger than the reverse landfall deck that got 100,000 views. I think this one's going to do even better. I hope I'm not wrong. But I think I cooked even harder on this deck than I did the landfall deck. So the idea being that when Soul here, Code Exorcist, when they go to play this deck, just like me, they have a specific friend group they play with, and that's what this deck is for. When I build the deck, it's to play with other creators, and other creators do not have the same biases most people do. Like, they don't go, Sylvan Library and bracket 2. If I was going to an LGS, like a random night, you are way more restricted on what cards are socially acceptable because there's more people. So I agree with that. But Soul, I think those comments will really help the deck out. I think if you ever want to bring this to FNM, the changes we put are going to be super helpful for you. I think we basically just changed about 14 cards in the deck, if I counted correctly. I think you'll have a lot of fun. Yeah, exactly. Awesome. Our next deck is for Blainimal. It's Valgavoth. So, Blainimal, let's see what you wrote me. They draw, they die. I draw, they die. Ping for 1. Beautiful. Bracket 4. Endless punishment upgrades. Let's do this. Let's get into this. Valgavoth, Horror of Souls. 2 generic black-red flying ward, pay 2 life. Whenever an opponent loses life for the first time during each of their turns, put a +1/+1 counter onto Valgavoth, Horror of Sorrows, and draw a card. Let's get into this deck. Thanks a lot. Will adjust. The bracket 3 version runs even more life drain anyway. Yeah, so I would think bracket 3 is your life drain. Yeah, Warren Soul Trader. And then your bracket 2 version gets to be more anthem effects and more reactive on the protection. Oh, yeah. Cataract. Oh, nice. Razorkin. Cataract. Bowmaster. All right. Oh, Scrawling. Good. Good. I like what we're getting into here. Fate Unraveler. Hold on. Let's scroll down. Let's see if you got my favorite enchantment in the whole game. Oh, you do. Okay, good. I was like, where's Underworld Dreams? Oh, the Pyrohemia, baby. I love this card. I love Pyrohemia. Such a sick card. Do we have... Yeah, we got Rakdos Charm. Okay. Okay, you got Kingpin. But do you have... Oh, you don't. You don't. I get to preach the gospel. Everyone, we need to talk about a specific card that should be in this deck that I think should be in all of these types of lists. Hear me out. Hear me out, everybody. Prosper Tomebound. Let's get into Prosper. Oop, if I could spell Prosper. Whoops. All right. Come on. Prosper Tomebound says, come on. Come on, Scryfall. What the heck? Oh, whoops. There we go, finally. Prosper Tomebound says, at the beginning of your end step, Exile the top card of your library. Until end of turn, you may play that card. Whenever you play a card from exile, create a treasure token. Prosper is insanely underrated. It's disgusting. It's amazing. You're going to love this card in this list. Trust me. So nasty. So nasty. Definitely play some Prosper up in this. We got Lord of Pain. Do we have Zorn? How much treasures are we making in this deck? Are we running Zorn? Nope. Okay. Yep. No one wants to deal with your big death touchy. Yep. Yep. Vamp. Okay. 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 All right. I see a big issue in this deck. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, baby. We got a problem in this deck. Blainable. This is something I witness in a lot of bracket 4 lists. I'm counting something while I say this. Where is it? Yeah, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Okay. Blainable. Blainable. You're missing out on what makes Rakdos better than Izzet. Right now, you're effectively playing blue-black as though it were blue-red if blue-red had life drain. What makes red-black better than blue-red, so Rakdos versus Izzet, is that black has something called an edict. So edict effects are the strongest way to stay ahead of your opponents in Rakdos, especially at bracket 4. Let me show you my favorite edicts. So first, we're going to show you the original edict. So originally it was target player, Chainer's Edict. Target player sacrifices a creature. But then we started getting cards like Sheoldred's Edict. Ghoulish Impetus. Let's look at that one as well. So Sheoldred's Edict says each opponent for 2 mana. This will put all of your opponents a complete turn behind you. 8-bit Outcast, you got the next one. Soul Shatter. Each opponent sacrifices a creature or planeswalker with the highest CMC. The best way to learn. Yes, Flare of Malice, also an amazing one. You may sack a non-token black creature rather than pay the spell's mana cost. Each opponent sacrifices a creature. And then also Force of Despair. What is up, Mishra's Workshop? Force of Despair as well. So the idea is a good Rakdos list has asymmetrical sack and death effects that will put your opponents completely behind you. It's so helpful. And what you would like to put in your deck instead of things like Braids is great. You want to keep Braids in. You have so many effects that when you play it, you just need to figure out what you already have a redundancy on. Like if you already have a redundancy on things like Psychosis Crawler, you have so many things that already do what this does at lower CMC, you might not need it, you know? And it allows you to play less cards that feel like 2 mana clunk cards. So that's a really big thing. So highly suggest things like Edict effects and Force of Despair. Yeah, and Night's Whisper. That's a strict upgrade, yeah. Yeah, a Cursed Marauder as well. There's tons of ones on creatures too. But let's talk about Night's Whisper. So Night's Whisper, whoops, says you draw 2 cards and you lose 2 life, except it's 1 generic and a black and rather than 2 black. But if you're like me, and I'm just gonna say something kind of dumb for a second. This is a do as I say, not as I do moment. Sign in Blood just looks cooler. I love Sign in Blood. It's just a gorgeous card. So I'm going to run Sign in Blood as a result. Personally. But because it's so pretty. But yeah. Yeah, Night's Whisper is technically better. I like the art from Sign in Blood more. Do as I say, not as I do. Next, the other portion I highly suggest about this deck is this is a group slug list. So you need more cards like Prosper, Tomebound, because they're going to be less threatening and it drudges you ahead a little better. Yes, don't worry, Flubsy, I do got you. We'll bring up your list next. Thank you, I did see it. Is there not an instant draw 2 that makes your opponents lose 2 for 3 CMC? I think it's from Strixhaven. There might be. That sounds familiar. Let's do a quick advanced search. Instant. 3 CMC. Black. Draw 3. Opponent. Lose. Did I spell opponent right? Let's just put lose. Nope. Instant draw 3. There's no black instant that says draw 3. Crushing Disappointment. Ah. Each player loses 2. You draw 2. Thank you. That's what we were looking at. Okay. That's another good one as well. Like that. We like that. My Discord keeps going off. Sorry about that. Let me fix. I think it's work messaging me. Work as in the playing with Power Crew. Let me turn streamer mode back on my Discord. Sorry about that. Oh, that's an awesome consult card. My favorite consult card. I just say Omae wo mo shinderu because technically that is the Japanese translation of "You Are Already Dead." Omae wo mo shinderu. So much fun. That's my favorite consult card to name. Awesome. Last minute thoughts on this deck. Oops, sorry, on this deck. I love Chandra's Ignition. You're gonna start naming Rent is Due tomorrow. That's good. That's really good. I love that. I think outside of more edict effects and things like Prosper, I would definitely put in like a Final Fortune or a Warrior's Oath or like any like last effort extra turn for 2 red cards. Because how many times in bracket 4 is it if I just had that one last turn I would have won? And if you really only need one turn, that was the truth, you should be putting in the double red extra turn spells. 100%. Only other card I saw that wasn't in here that should be is Dark Deal. Dark Deal and Winds of Change. And then a funny idea. Teferi's Puzzle Box. Don't take this seriously. It's funny. But maybe. Black extra turn card for 3 black mana? That would be cool. Like kind of like a Doomsday? That would be sick. Temporal Extortion? Is that a thing? Oh, whoops. Oh, the 4 black. This one. Yeah. Whenever you play Temporal Extortion, any players may pay half their life rounded up. If that player does, counter it. Take an extra turn off this one. Yeah, no one will ever let this go through. Like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Yo. This combos with Bloodletter of Ascan, or as a whatever it's called. Because now if anyone tries to stop you, they die. I need to order that card tonight. I need to order that card tonight. Oh my god, that's fun. That is so sick. Oh, dude. I've got to pull that combo off. That's so sick. Dude. Yeah. Yeah. Temporal Extortion plus Bloodletter equals money, baby. Jeez, that's sick. And does it get exiled afterwards? It doesn't. Oh, you could play this from graveyard with Yawgmoth's Will for a second one. I love this. Oh. I'm ordering one tonight. I'm ordering one tonight. No, I'm going to find one in Atlanta, in MagicCon Atlanta. That is so awesome. Sick. Okay, guys, we cooked on this one. Let's move over to the next deck. This next deck is from Flubsy, and it is Tivit. Your Tivit order said... just a Tivit deck, some control, a bit of stacks to slow down the game, but not much. No infinite combos, just a Tivit deck. You said it twice, and now I'm like concerned. It's just a Tivit deck. It's just a Tivit deck. Nothing to see here. Everything's fine. It's just a Tivit deck, guys. It's just a Tivit deck. I swear. It's just a Tivit deck. All right, just a Tivit deck. Just Tivit. All right. Oh, okay. I thought it was going to be nastier than I thought it was for a second. All right. Let's see how many crimes you're committing here. Let's see how many crimes are being commit. Narset. Dothy. Aven Mind Sensor. Grand Abolisher. Woo! Notion Thief. Elshnorn. All right, we're only at 6. We're only at 6 right now. Only 6 crimes. Farewell, 7. Not too bad. Blind Obedience. Only 8 crimes. Only 8 crimes. That's not that bad. That's not that bad. You said no infinites. This is meant to be evil. It looks like it's bracket 3. Yep, bracket 3. So it's technically bracket 4, but it's really just bracket 3. You have 4 game changers in the deck, but one of them really shouldn't be a game changer. Yep. It's definitely not low. No Tivit deck is low on artifacts because of Cyber Drive. So you do actually have 2 infinite combos in the deck. Hullbreaker Horror goes infinite in this deck. Wait, check 2 mana each? What? Check 2 mana each? What does that mean? Yeah, they got Urza too. So Hullbreaker Horror goes infinite with Soul Ring and any 1 CMC permanent you have. Oh, do you not have any 1 CMC permanents? Oh. You okay. Yeah, I guess that doesn't go infinite. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, you're right. The Hullbreaker Horror didn't go infinite. That's hard to not make it go infinite. Okay. The idea is that you can bounce Soul Ring and any other artifact that pays for itself to go infinite with mana. Okay. you're towing a very awkward line here. Oh, 2-mana enchantment. Oh yeah, Confounding Conundrum is pretty nasty. Yeah, that is also really nasty. That would be crime number 9, but we didn't get to 10, so it's okay. I think this deck's having an identity crisis. Flubsy, what do you find fun about this deck? What's the fun in this? Because I need to know what your fun output is on this deck, like where you're enjoying it the most. You know what I mean? Because decks need to be fun for the player. Like, if a deck's just good, I'd suggest going and playing CDH, you know? So this is an anti-deck. This is meant to bother your friends and opponents. Is that the truth? Is that where we're going? If so, I think you need more counter spells and bounce spells. And what bracket is this primarily being played at? Is this being played at bracket 3 mostly? I'm going to put in my suggestions real quick. So, pain, suffering, and a bit of flagellant. Okay. Good. Good. Let me help you be even more. We're going to go search, vote. Okay. Oops. Let me show you some of my favorite cards for Tivit, and we're going to put them in the list. Expropriate. Starting with you, each player votes for time or money. For each vote, take an extra turn after this one. For each vote, you choose, for each money vote, choose a permanent owned by a voter and gain control of it. You need cards like Expropriate in your deck if you want it to be evil. So I would suggest go to Moxfield. Oops, where's your deck? There it is. Go to Moxfield and type in vote and find the most evil cards like Expropriate. Oops, Expropriate. Yeah. And then if played with bracket 4 people, you need Time Sieve, another 1 CMC or less artifact, and fast mana. That way you'll keep up with bracket 4 people. If not, you're just not going to keep up with the other bracket 4 people and you're not going to have a good time. I'd get rid of... Radiant Lodens is actually sick in this deck. Flubsy, 9 mana is not a lot of mana for this deck. You have Tivit. It's not hard to cast in a Tivit deck. You're gonna make so much mana, and it's a Hail Mary card. You either get to steal 3 things from your opponent or take extra turns, which makes you more mana. Super worth it. I suggest putting in the spell Delay, Force of not Force, sorry, Fierce Guardianship, and I would definitely put in Flawless Maneuver. I like Malakir Rebirth. I like being able to scam your friends by them targeting Tivit, having to pay the ward cost, and then Tivit getting to live. That is sick. Yes, that was my next suggestion. 1,000 billion% put in Displacer Kitten. Just remember to attack before flickering on your other turns. Displacer Kitten would break this deck. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, exile up to 1 target non-land permanent you control, then return the card. Boom, baby. Agent of Treachery. So it's 7 mana at the beginning of when it enters the battlefield, gain control of target permanent. At the beginning of your end step, if you control 3 or more permanents you don't own, draw 3 cards. This will not be good in this deck because we're not a steel deck. Like, that's not what we're doing. But is a cool card that I'm glad we showed everyone. but that's not the point of this deck. Yeah. And then I highly suggest Revel Enriches as an alt win con instead of Thoracle. Highly suggest that. Yeah. And then if you want another cool Flicker card is Flicker Wisp. All my homies love Flicker Wisp. But yeah, I think if you're a bracket 4 man, you should have some infinites. You need infinites in order to win at bracket 4. If you're ever playing with other people like in public that say they're playing bracket 4, they're going to be bringing infinites in every deck. So I highly suggest that. Definitely take out Solemn Simulacrum and proxy fast mana like Chrome Mox, Mana Vault, Mox Opal, Lotus Petal, things like that. Oh yeah, Supreme Verdict doesn't make sense too. Yeah. You can. I don't think this deck needs board wipes. Because normally you really don't want to get rid of Tivit unless you're doing it on curve before Tivit comes down. In that case, you want a lot of board wipes. So if you find yourself unable to cast Tivit fast, I'd put in board wipes. Yes, 100%. But that's a play style choice rather than like a deck choice. Yeah, I think everything we just said will help that deck a ton. I think you'll really enjoy all those changes. Our next is from Jay Juan. Jay Juan, you gave us a Tom Bombadil deck. Let's talk about it. Jay Juan, you said, this is my first bracket 4 deck, and I'm not exactly sure what the clear path to victory is, but I think the base is fun. I want to use the new FF Commander cards and Fun Sagas, although I'm not sure if it would be better played in bracket 3 by taking out 2 of the infinite combos. I'm gonna say that is already what I am thinking. I don't think Tom Bombadil plus Final Fantasy new cards really does much work. Okay, I'm seeing the regular culprits here. Okay. Ooh, low source. Whoa. Oh, I'm happy, Flubsy. I'm happy. 3 sorceries, 3 instants, only 7 artifacts, 18 enchantments. Oh my god. Only 33 lands. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. All right. I'm about to we're gonna do some surgery here. This one's gonna take some surgery. All right. Time for some surgery on this deck. I don't normally do this. Let's put in some lands. Let's put in some mana. And then we're going to take out the ones you don't need. Okay. I'm cooking. Chat, I'm cooking. All right. Don't need that one. That's all I have. Okay. This is bracket 4, so we need all of that. Power conduit. We don't need that. Okay. Okay, putting all that. Yep. Enchantments. Starfield. Nope, don't need that one. Good. Don't need that one. Okay, good. Ash Barrens. Nope. All right, Ancient Tomb, Bayou, Triple, Bountiful, Shock, Need, Shock. We're gonna have that easy Emergent Zone, Evolving Wilds. All right. Forest, Cradle, needed, Forbidden, nope. Gemstone, yep. Gemstone Mine, nope. Island, nope. We don't need the. Okay, check land, good. Manama, good. Untap, basic. Nesting Grounds, Path to Ancestry, plain. I'm cooking, chat. We can do this. I can do this quick. I'm a big smart boy. Don't need that. Don't need extra. Okay, we don't need the extra green. We need the extra green. We don't need a seat, spire. We need at least 17 forests to activate our turn 1 plays. Terramorphic, training center, God. World tree, vivid creek. Nope. Watery. Nope. No. We need water grave. Put that back. Okay. A vivid memo. All right. Back up. We're at 47. We can take out the ancient tomb because we need more pips. That means we can take out a little bit more of the talismans. You only need talismans that have green in it because that's the turn 1 plays that we're going to be using within the deck. So only talismans with green because it's our turn 1 enabler for mana, which means we need the Strionic Resonate, but we don't need the Soul Ring, we need the Felwar Stone, we don't need the Chromatic Lantern anymore because we have a good enough mana base. We don't need Chromatic Lantern, meaning Felwar Stone's still fine. We get the Flawless Remover, but the Flawless Remover is only helping our creatures, and we're not running any of our counter spells, which we're cool with that. We have the Clock spinning. So we have that amount of manipulation. Dance of the Dance, Rite of Flame is now unneeded as a result. Then we're going to be wanting to draw enough spells. That means we do not need the Sheoldred, but we do like it because it's fun. Citizen Champion's going to be drawing us cards. We're at 121 cards. That means we're going to be needing to put in our Argothian Elder. Not Argothian Elder, it's Faeburo Elder. I had to take surgery on this. I'm so sorry. I just had to. That means we can drop the 1 manas that don't produce multiple styles of mana. Arbor Elf can because it can untap dual lands. That means we can get rid of the single fate. Wait, why can't we have Faeburo Elder in the deck? What? Oh, there's already. Oh, there's one on the sideboard. Okay. Did we get rid of all the... Yeah, Delighted Halfling's still really good here. Yeah, we still want the Arbor Elf. Oh my gosh. Ooh, we're heavy. That counts for the tapping. That counts also for tapping. We don't want anything that requires a tap as a result because that becomes slower than the rest of the deck. Which means we can lower our land count and we no longer need the check lands. So we can get rid of anything that's not tutorable. Because it's bracket 4. And then we're going to get rid of anything that doesn't have a total type. So we don't even need Exotic Orchard because that can screw us. So 38 is solid land count because we never want to miss a land drop. We have a high amount of ways to create mana by drawing. Yuna then doesn't work as much anymore because we're not using it to play things. And we're not sacking enchantments as often. The Praetors are less likely to be cast. And then we don't want Cradle as much because we're very big on making the turn 1 play. We also don't want to blink things as much, so we don't want that. And then we're not attacking as much, so that doesn't help as much. We're culling. We're down to 105 cards. We're almost done, chat. We're getting close. And then we're going to go over what I did, and I'm going to say why. We're almost done. And as a result, we don't need to return cards as much. Nice. Nice. Yes. And then we need less cruelty cards. And then we can get rid of... Is there anything else in lands that has officially overstayed its welcome? Nope. Ooh, everything you did is like a weeks-long process for... Yes, Frank. I am cooking so hard right now. Mirror Breaker no longer... Oh, no, it's great, actually. Yes, and now Long List of Ends helps less. Oh, we're done. We're done. All right, let's play test. Okay, everybody. Get ready. Get ready. We're going to show you what I did because it's hard to explain. All right, awesome. So now this is how this deck plays. And I'll show you versus the original deck list. Let's go find the original deck list real quick. Okay. Let's go pull the original deck list out. Okay. So. Okay, here's the original deck list. Let's find a good hand. Land, Mana Dork, land. Okay. This would be cracked. This is like an insanely good hand in the original deck list. So, Stomping Grounds, Noble Hierarch, into Shifting Woodlands, into Fable of the Mirror Breaker, and then we're going to add the token. Next turn, attack, make a treasure, play. See, this is where we get into the weeds. We don't have a land drop that comes in untapped, right? Yeah. So we're now on turn 3. Realistically, we should be casting Tom Bombadil with as much mana as we just created. But even with a cracked start in this deck, we still can't because this has to come in tapped. So that means the best thing we can do is either set us up for better mana right now with Chromatic Lantern, or we can put in things like Herald of the Pantheon, which reduces the mana to cast our enchantment spells, which right now would only help one card in our hand. So then we have the choice between casting Herald and Lore, sacrificing that, and this. And so it's just the highest value play we can do it. And then next turn we'll up Fable the Mirror Breaker. You may discard up to 2 cards if you draw that many cards. Deathrite Shaman doesn't help us as much here. Neither does Chromatic Lantern anymore. We'll draw 2 cards. We now have protection for our commander with Flawless Maneuver. Attack in, make a treasure token. We're then going to put a Saga counter onto Fable the Mirror Breaker after Tom Bombadil's out so we can sacrifice it so Tom Bombadil activates. So we're going to tap all of this, cast Tom Bombadil, tap, sack Fable, and then Tom Bombadil says, whenever a final chapter of a saga you control resolves, reveal cards at the top of your library until you reveal a saga. So Fable the Mirror Breaker finishes. We flip the card over. And then Tom Bombadil has us go off the top, and we hit Eldest Reborn, and we put that into our hand. And then this goes onto the bottom of our library. So this is turn 4 in this list, right? Not bad. This isn't playing at a bracket 4 level. This is a very good bracket 3. On the next turn, we get lucky, find an untapped land, and then we can play the Eldest Reborn. Is it going onto the battlefield? Sorry, my bad. Yes, onto the battlefield. Sorry. So we have Eldest Reborn onto the battlefield, and then we can play our Nary Fable Singer. Thank you, Kuka. My bad. I was in the weeds there. So this is really strong, right? We got a really cracked hand because we found Noble Hierarch and we found Reflection Kiki. When we restart, let's see how many hands it would take us to find a hand that does that again. So we're at 1, 2, 3. This one might be able to with Bloom Tender. Let's try it out. And we got Ignoble Hierarch off the top. So it took us 4 hands. I'm going to show you how much more consistent the one I just edited is real quick. So, okay, I think the first hand already has it. Yeah, it does. So it's Plateau, Noble, Polluted Delta, Tropical, not Tropical, sorry. We want Blue-White, which is Tundra, right? Yeah, Tundra. Talisman. Misty Rainforest. We go get Volcanic. We have a turn 3 Bombadil. Next turn, land. We have 7 mana on turn 4 with a Bombadil and Herald of the Pantheon to make it easier, and then a Court of Vantress to give us Monarch. It says at the beginning of your upkeep, choose one of the target enchantment or artifact. If you're the Monarch, you may create a token copy of it, meaning we can make copies of all of our artifacts for more mana, and we can cast our Herald to make it cheaper. We're the Monarch, we'll draw at our end step. Next turn, we can blow out everything if we want to. We get our extra draw. Enchantment. And so what I've done with the new list is I've added an intense amount of mana. So every single hand. So this is a new hand we just drew, right? We're going to go tropical. Or not tropical. Yeah. Nah, we're going to go Bayou. So yeah. So Bayou, Dark Ritual, Talisman, Lotus Petal, Fable, the Mirror Breaker. Make the 2/2 token. Or the Goblin Shaman. Next turn, Blood Crypt, attack in, make a treasure token. Oop, where's that treasure at? Oop. Next turn, Bloodstain, Badlands. No, we don't need Badlands. We need Volcanic for the blue. Tom Bombadil. Every single, I'm telling you, all the hands you can keep in the version that I just edited, all of them can Tom Bombadil on turn 3. And that's the point. And that's what we're aiming for with this deck. Because we want to be able to get 2 different styles of mana sources out every turn. And so like Delighted Halflings and Sanctum Weaver right here already do it, for example. Because turn 1, you go land into Halfling. Turn 2, Sanctum Weaver. Turn 3, you got Tom Bombadil. And that's the whole point. Now you're going to always have Tom Bombadil turn 3. Always. You're always going to be able to mull for that. And that is insanely important for bracket 4. Because if we look up brackets MTG, bracket 4 means optimized. And the top optimal strategy for this is to always hit something consistently. And so when you want to make bracket 4, that's the mindset you got to be in. How do I make this the most consistent and still do its thing? And then CDH is, how do I do this the most consistent and win the game the fastest? That's the point. So Jay, the reason we want to get Tom Bombadil out the fastest is because it enables the entire strategy. It's the gas for the list. That way, for example, in this one, this is again a random hand. We can even, this is the old deck list, sorry. I was like, I don't remember having a basic in this. Where did I put the new one at? There we go. Let's get a hand here. Yeah. Verdant. Bayou. Deathrite Shaman. Next turn. Arcane Signet. We always have 5 types of mana by turn 3. Always. So I will send you your list. Boop. But yeah, always do it on Patreon. But I'm just gonna send it right now so you have it real quick. That way it's easy. Enjoy. But yeah, for bracket 4, that would have been like so hard to explain in just words, so I thought I'd just do it all real quick. I hope that wasn't boring. Chat, did we like watching me cook that hard? I feel like that was maybe a little much, me cooking that hard. I was going blah, blah, blah. I basically did what I do in my free time. I think that might have been a little intense for stream. A little too in the tank. I didn't get to talk as much, and I think you guys are more so here for my chatter. I hope you guys enjoyed that though. That was fun for me. I enjoyed that. I love editing decks. It's so much fun. Our next deck is Sire Von Dam Sunstar Exemplar. You like seeing the cutting process a lot? Yeah, it's fun. I like doing it. I'm ruthless. The order for this says, from Chinoy, a sacrifice flicker deck that presents itself as Voltron but can get suffocating due to personal pet cards like Saretha and Massacre Worm and Girl. Was kind of curious overall thoughts on play pattern and suggestions if I wanted to make it up to bracket 4. Ooh, okay. You like the rapid style, DJ? You enjoyed that? Solid. I noticed the viewership rapidly decline once I started doing that. So I was like, uh-oh. We went from 40 to 25 viewers. So I was like, okay, maybe I should chill with that. But I'm glad some of you enjoyed that. That was fun for me. I did enjoy that a lot. So let's talk about this. Whenever another creature you control dies or is put into exile, put a +1/+1 counter on to Sire Von Dam and you gain 1 life. Whenever Sire Von Dam dies or is put into exile while its power is 4 or greater, destroy up to 1 target non-land permanent. So this deck already comes with a gotcha gun. Effectively says, hey, touch me and I will mess you up. Like, if you try to screw with my game plan, mutual assured destruction. That's amazing at bracket 3. That means nothing at bracket 4. I would not suggest playing this at bracket 4. But it is an enabling piece in the command zone. Let's talk about that for a second. The best commanders in the game are ones that are the fuel for the fire, right? So like, your deck needs to be able to function without the commander. And so right now your deck functions really well without the commander because it's using the sacrificing Sephiroth. We've got Umbral Zealot. We've got, oh, I see what happened. Okay. Let's see the culprits here. There they are. There's the culprits. There's the culprits. Okay. Oh, no. I found it. All right. Okay. So this deck currently does 3 different things. It's +1/+1 counters. It's sack, deal damage, and it's board wipes. It needs to be only 2 or less of these things. So what I suggest keeping the +1/+1 game plan plus -1/-1 board wipes. Here's my reasoning behind this. The commander advocates for a strategy that is already so strong for when things die, putting the +1/+1 counters on it. That means you do not need this deck to function separately in terms of, Zulaport Cutthroat or anything like that. It doesn't need it. Gray Merchant, not needed. We do not have enough black pips in this deck. I would take out Gray Merchant. Not enough black pips. But what this deck does need is some more bombs. So more cards like Sephiroth and Massacre Worm. Anything with mass -1/-1, such as Languish. We love Languish. And then other bombs like Rev Tithe Harvester. Because we want to pressure other people and attack in with our big +1/+1 boy. That being said, that will allow us to put more into our fun flicker effects to repeat cool ETBs. That'll be awesome. And then, as we were just talking about, I think that means we need less. We can do less with things like, or we can do more with reoccurring creatures. 9 lives cat being one of them. Super, super good. 9 lives cat would be hype here. Super hype. Out of order. Sorry, DefCat. Does it make sense to run Tivit deck like Earthros? Yes, I think Earthros and Tivit would be sick. The Titan core. Absolutely. Titan God core. That would be awesome. Especially in bracket 4 or lower. So we have Ashnods. I would suggest Phyrexian Altar over Ashnods. I would do Phyrexian Altar over Ashnods. Because this deck has a lot of colored pips. We have Skull Clamp. That is awesome. We love Skull Clamp. We have a Stelly. This deck needs Ogre Tack. Add in Ogre Tack. We make so many creature 1/1s. Super helpful. This deck needs, oh my gosh. Everybody, the black land from Zendikar. X black, black, black. What is it? The casting cost is X black, black, black. Let's go to advanced search for a second and then hear me out. X black, black, black. And it's a land. Land sorcery. Agadeem's Awakening. Thank you. Yeah, this deck is screaming for Agadeem's Awakening. It allows you to get back creatures 1, 2, 3, and 4, depending on how much X. And this deck has such a gorgeous curve to it that you'd be able to do that. Yeah, Agadeem's would go hard in this deck. I love the idea of putting Shadow Spear in this list to keep you alive. Thank you. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Instantly, this deck's like 10 times better. Instantly, this deck is 10 times better. Yeah. This will be awesome. Way, 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 way better now. And this deck is less confused with itself. Happy with that one. Happy with that one. Whoa. Ooh. Okay. Okay. We got the description in the name. Let me get some bigger. Okay. Ashnod's One-Stop Trinket Shop by Havel Crisis. Did you also put this in the deck order? Oh, this is from 8-Bit. This is a secret partner pairing. Oh, okay. Okay. Let me pull this over. Is this the right person? I'm assuming that's just your Moxfield name, Havoc Crisis. Make sure it's the same deck. Yeah, it is. Okay, great, great, great. I need to cut 3 cards still. This list is Secret Partner Commander in Salvaging Station and Weapons Manufacturing. When we want to continually cycle through our trinkets with Salvaging Station while making munition tokens, we will then sacrifice these tokens to one of the deck sacrifice outlets. We also have cards in here that will slowly drain the table as we cycle our trinkets. Okay, great, 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 great. Let's go by mana value then. Let's look at the curve, everybody. Let's look at the curve. Important, important, important. A single 1 mana spell. Okay, we have 1 mana spell. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, they're all in the artifacts. Okay, good, 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 good. What are we taking out? Ooh, ooh. Okay, we got some artifact untapping gibberish in here. Gorgeous. I don't like Relic of Sauron yet. Ah. Okay. Okay. You're asking me to cut, but I know what this deck's missing. be a doll and put in circular logic. Is it circular logic I'm thinking of? Let me double check what I'm thinking. Oops. Not circular logic. Paradoxical outcomes. Yo, what is up, Martitious Magic? Everybody, let's bring it up here. We got a boy in the chat. Everybody, it is your boy, Martitious Magic, in the chat. Everyone, get some amens, get some hellos. What's up, man? Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm so excited to be over 20K. Thank you so much for dropping in. Jake, how's it going, my friend? How are you doing? Are you excited for Atlanta? Will I be seeing you there? How's it going? How is it going? Thank you on the congrats. Very, 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 very excited for 20K. It is genuinely a dream come true. Oh my gosh. 20K and counting, Johnny. I love to hear that. Absolutely. You will be in Atlanta. Good. Good. Oh my goodness. We need to get you on the channel for an episode. We need to talk in Atlanta. We need to get, so I have a whole video series called the Commander's Vault where I show people's favorite Commander's decks. We need to get you on the show. Oh, what product do I use for my stash? I use hair clay. Generic, cheap hair clay. Works perfect. I don't use much. I literally use like barely enough to even see on like my fingers, like at all. You had a very original style, so I'd love to see the algorithm working for you. 100K in the verse landfall. Yeah. Okay, great. My next video, I think that will be bigger than the reverse landfall deck. It's called the Blind Demon. It's a deck I've been working on for 2 months. I'm really excited. I think it'll be the next big deck for the channel. I've been working extremely hard on it, and I have officially fully foiled the deck on top of that. So it's gorgeous. I'm bringing the deck to Atlanta the day the video comes out so people can play against it. There's a 7-card only demon combo. Very fun. Yeah, I would love to do a podcast on the channel. I haven't thought of what type of podcast style I want yet. And I know when I would record it too. Yeah, thank you so much. I'm excited. Yes, I'm so excited for the video. I finally have an editor too. I'm not editing my own videos, so that'll be awesome. Yeah, very, very, very excited for it. What bracket do you think the demon deck falls into? I made a bracket 2, 3, and 4 version of the list, and the one I'm going over in the video is the bracket 2, and then I teach you how to upgrade into the bracket 3. Yeah, Revan, I'm hoping to do that. I'm hoping to interview creators on their favorite decks. I know I need to go find the co-host of Decked Out. I forgot his name. I forgot their name. So not Nerd Girl, the male co-host. He has a Blim deck that is incredible. Not Veggie Wagon. No, not Veggie Blaggin. Not Veggie. The other guy. I played against him on a trip to Portland when I was visiting my friend John, or Maldhound. Airball. Yeah. Airball has a amazing Blim deck that deserves to be on the channel. It is sick. If ask Airball about his Blim deck, it's awesome. It's honestly what gave me the idea for a lot of my decks, was seeing how much they cooked on their list. It was awesome. Yeah, it was so sick. Love it. But back to what I was saying, I can't remember the paradoxical outcome. Oops, I'm misspelling it. Yes. Paradoxical outcome. This card would go so hard in this list, y'all. Oh my goodness. Let me get back to it. So paradoxical outcome returns all non-land permanents to your hand, meaning you get to re-trigger all of your artifacts. So nasty. So nasty. Definitely suggest that card. I've watched every time he played it on the channel. It left a scar on Maldhound. Yep. I'm sure John did get scarred by that deck. That doesn't shock me in the slightest. This deck is screaming for a Bolas's Citadel. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, Bolas's Citadel is needed. But I would take out Brainstone. Muddle the Mixture. Where is it? And there was one creature. No, it wasn't a creature I didn't like. It was an enchantment, I think. No, it wasn't. What am I thinking of? Where is the artifact I didn't like? No, where is it? There was an I thought it was an artifact I didn't like. Huh. There was another card I had in mind to take out, but definitely these two. Grim Tutor. And Scheming Symmetry. I think the deck does better churning through itself, and often the tutors take up a turn that could have churned harder. That being said, I suggest adding other ways to make mana. I think this deck is desperate, and I mean desperate, for Dark Ritual. Like Dark Ritual and Cabal Ritual. And then Jessica's Will. Because right now this deck doesn't make as much mana unless you hit Urza and you can start tapping your artifacts. And you're in Grixis, so you have access to just so much mana. Oh my gosh, is Dramatic Reversal not in this deck? Bro! This deck needs Dramatic Reversal. Absolutely. That would slap so hard in this list. Dramatic Reversal says untap all non-land permanents for 2 mana. That would go so hard in this list. Yeah, there you go. Those are your fixes. I think that'll save the deck. But Tezzeret Cool Captain is incredible in this deck. That card is nasty. Like, so insane. Our next deck of the day is from Ovia, formerly Kona. Otter Pirate. Ovia Auto Mech Artisan. Let's see what Otter Pirate left for us. Otter Pirate, a deck I recently converted from Kona into Ovia. I like the idea of being able to put out creatures at instant speed and having interaction tied to them. Tapping Ovia multiple times before my turn and having a board of threats is what I aim for. Ooh, we love this idea. Let's get into it with the mana value so we can start from the least threatening to the most threatening. So, Ovia says, each creature that's attacking one of your opponents has trample. Green tap, you may put a creature card or vehicle from your hand onto the battlefield. If you put an artifact onto the battlefield this way, put 2 +1/+1 counters on it. That's incredible. That means we want to put out Ovia as fast as possible, and I love it. Ooh, you were close. You were close on this. This deck is missing Boreal Druid and Elvish, no, you have Elvish Mystic. Finehorn Elves. We want Boreal Druid and Finhorn Elves. Big time. We have Quirion and Scrib Ranger. Let's see if we have... we have a Shia, right? We don't have a Shia? Bruh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you need a Shia. And then a Shia... Soul of the Wilds, and oh my goodness, what's their name? Temur Sabertooth, and Argothian Elder. Those will help this deck significantly. Do we have Wirewood Symbiote? Ah, and then Wirewood Symbiote too. That says put an elf back in our hand, untap a creature. That means we're running enough elves now, including, I would say, nah, I was about to say think about, Circle of Dreams Druid. That is Gaia's Cradle on a stick that we can untap. Super good. Super good. Let me show you guys this from the D&D set. Oops. Man, I wish I could type better. One day. Circle of Dreams Druid. Green, green, green. Tap. Add green for each creature you control. Being able to untap that with our own creatures. Super good. Super good. Harmonize. Yeah, it's very cute as well. I love the Miku arts. They're awesome. Natural Order. Very good. Very good. Good interaction package. Oh, okay. We're super low artifacts. That means we should add gosh. Avenger of Zendikar, right? Is that the one that destroys? Oh, 8-Bit, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Everyone, big amens in chat for 8-Bit. I'm so glad I could help with the deck. Thank you so much. Yes, Bane of Progress. Yes. 8-Bit, I appreciate your donation so much. Guys, if you haven't already heard, we have a massive project coming out October 6th. And I mean huge. And I'll be giving back to the community. Every dollar you guys donate is going straight to paying artists, musicians such as myself, and other people for this massive project. If you guys want to donate, it'll go straight there. Thank you so much, 8-Bit. Thank you for the donation. Yeah, Bane of Progress is amazing in this deck. Bane of Progress and definitely Collector Oof. And if you can afford it, I highly suggest doing Null Rod as well. Yeah, I'll also do Null Rod Mantle. Thank you so much, 8-Bit. Everyone, big amens for 8-Bit. Thank you so much. Love you, buddy. Yeah, I really like the idea that we're shutting down artifact strategies in mono green. That's one of my favorite things to do. Survival of the fittest with all this too. Woo! Do we have okay, we have Eternal Witness. Awesome. Awesome. I would say an Elvish Spirit Guide. Yeah, Elvish Spirit Guide as well for faster mana. Considering we're not using any mana from our artifacts, that also means we most likely don't hate the idea of any of the land enchantments that give us mana. I think that's also really good. Love this deck. Really well put together already. Excited to see this in action. Very good. And of course, Galta is so sick. I still cannot believe Galta doesn't say when cast. It says when it ETBs. Cheating this in is insane. And then for fun, Apex Devastator. If you guys are not familiar with the card, I'll pull it up real quick. Dude, this thing is so awesome. Cascade, 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 Cascade. Dude. And this deck's gonna make some mana. So you're gonna be able to do this. It's awesome. I love this card. It's so much fun. I remember casting it in CDH back in the day when that was viable. It was so sick. Hope you enjoyed the roast. Hope that helped out. We got 7 more decks to do today, so let's keep it going. We've got Oh No, It's Retro. Oh No, It's Retro. You said walls, so even the president is jealous. Love it, love it, love it. Hey Def, thanks for checking out my deck. First deck made from the ground up, fairly new to Magic the Gathering. Roast away. Would love some insight on any changes. Walls, Kindred deck. Each creature you control assigns combat damage equal to its toughness rather than its power. White, black, green. Heck yeah, JB the lefty. Yeah. Apex Devastator for your Maelstrom Wanderer deck. Hot. All right, what kind of walls we got here? Well, we got a lot of walls. Oh, I think you just searched the word wall. I love that. Oh, the plants. Tree of Perdition. Love it. Love it. Okay, good. Yeah, all low CMC fun walls. That means you're casting so many creatures for so cheap, it's time to add Beast Whisperer and other effects like that to keep you drawing cards. We want cards that say when you cast a creature spell, draw a card. That is super important in a deck like this. Super important. Flawless Maneuver. Solidarity. Ooh. Solidarity, baby. Love it. We're on a low artifact count. Okay. Solid. Assault Formation. Lots of enchantments. Ooh, love Lure. We love Lure. Absolutely. Stone Skin. Let's give all of your creatures trample. Let's figure out what card we want to do that. All creatures trample within white, black, and green. What's a card that gives all of our creatures trample that we like? Revenge of the Hunted. Yeah. We love that. Oh, only target creature. It's still really cool. Revenge of the Hunted's pretty awesome. There we go. Towering Giant. This creature enters with X +1/+1 counters on it, where X is the total toughness of other creatures you control. Is that already in the list? Is it not? Oh my gosh, that's disgusting. Yeah, right in the list. Oh my gosh. Towering Titan. Oh my gosh. Everyone, look at this. How is this not in the deck already? Oh, that's disgusting in this list. Yeah, Towering Titan straight into the list, baby. Towering Titan. What else gives all of our creatures trample? Let's look at that for a second. I think let's do creatures you control. Not all creatures. Yeah, Akroma's Memorial will be an amazing bomb, but I was thinking more Aggressive Mammoth. I like that a lot. Brawn in the Grave. Ooh, like it, like it. I'm thinking Garrick's Uprising. Yeah. Oh, no, it cares about power. Darn. Yeah, I'm thinking it's going to be... Yeah, pretty easily here. We're wanting it to be Aggressive Mammoth. Yeah, Aggressive Mammoth. I think it's the most stable. Let's look what else this deck's got going on here. Ooh, I like Patriarch's Bidding. Awesome. Very awesome. Very good. Avoid Fate. Yep. I think you could probably play Seed Time in this deck if your friends play blue. If your friends play blue, Try Seed Time. It says take an extra turn after this one if your opponents had played a blue spell this turn. Slagworm Armor, sick. We love that. I think after that, we probably want Unnatural Growth to double our toughness and power every turn. Yeah, I think that's what this deck needs at the moment. Other than that, you're good to go. If the deck feels slow, try adding 1 CMC Mana Dorks / 2 CMC Ramp spells. I also suggest Dark Ritual / Cabal, or just Dark Ritual. Yeah. Yeah. Bighorn Rancher. Let's look at that. Bighorn Rancher. Add green equal to the greatest power. See, that's the problem. It says greatest power. Most of our creatures do not have power. But it says sacrifice, you gain life equal to the highest toughness. And that's just not a huge... That doesn't do much for 5 mana. That's not really great for 5 mana. For 5 mana, we're gonna gain 13 life. That's pretty low value for us. Like its ceiling is very low. Like the best thing it can do is pay 5 mana to gain 13 life. Oh, no problem. No problem. All right, y'all. Our next list is from Trippy. Let's see what Trippy said to us in their request. Make lots of spirits. Fulfill my oath. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Let's get into the roast here. Trippy, you're playing King of the Oathbreakers. Whenever King of the Oathbreakers or another spirit you control becomes target of a spell, it phases out. Whenever King of the Oathbreakers or another spirit you control phases in, create a 1/1 tapped white spirit creature token with flying. Let's see if you have the obvious things in here. Let's start. Is Odra Tack in here? Everybody, we have an Odra Tack. All right, base number 1 has been hit. We have Exalted Sunborn. We have Myojin of Blooming Dawn. Ooh, okay. We've got the Moonshaker Cavalier. But do we have... Let's see it. Do we have Ink Shield? Ah, where's Ink Shield? Come on. We got to have Ink Shield, baby. Gotta have Ink Shield. Oh, I'm sorry. It looks like we've already done this one. Oh. I'm so sorry, guys. We've done it. All these other ones have been reviewed. I thought we had more decks today. I was wondering why we had 17 decks. I was like, holy crap, we have so many I have to do today. That was our last deck. That was it. We've now reviewed all the decks in the list that have been submitted. That was an awesome stream, everybody. We've been live for, what, 3 hours? So I was about to say, this would have been an insanely long stream if we had to keep going. Wow. Everyone, we have another deck stream tomorrow. We are going to be going over all of the Duke tier decks. That means decks that I've custom built for you if it's your first time here on the stream. If you want your deck roasted, and or if you have an idea for a deck and you want me to create it for you, head on over to the Patreon, get on that Discord, come hang out. Guys, there are an insane amount of announcements happening tonight on the Discord. Get ready. So tonight is when I am telling you all about what's actually happening in October. The full plan is being revealed tonight. I hope you guys are excited. So be ready. Get on the Discord. There's going to be opportunities to buy some new stuff tonight, as well as submit a bunch of new stuff tonight for free. So go on the Discord. If you guys aren't in the Discord, it's the lowest tier on Patreon. Come join. Don't miss out. And then I will see, hopefully, some of you MagicCon Atlanta this weekend. That'll be very exciting. I will say as well, guys, I've been so thankful of submitting what Oscar you're gonna have to see. You're gonna have to see is lots of stuff. Yeah, there was some good deck lists today. I agree, 8-Bit Outcast. Oscar, we've got some submissions for a bunch of creative ideas. I don't want to give it away. But I want to say, one, your prayer requests this week have been amazing. I'm very thankful for all of you guys. Do you have a mock field all my decks from my videos? Yes, it's on the Discord. There is a entire deck catalog of every deck we've made for the channel. I think it was like 75 decks. It's currently being updated with all of the decks. But you get access to my personal deck lists on the Discord. I'm going to be releasing my entire Commander Cube. So like all my personal decks at the beginning of October. I'm currently curating them and going back through them to make sure I'm happy with all of them. But that is also, there's an entire deck catalog available on the Discord. Thanks to our awesome mod team. Everyone shout out to the mods. Shout out Malacrosis. Shout out Code Exorcist. Thank you so much to our mod team and Kageno AI. Although I think they're asleep right now. I think Kageno AI is asleep. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Guys, thank you so much for your prayer requests. It's been amazing. And also thank you for praying for my family. It's been heard. I can't tell you how much you guys just make my life so much better. I'm so thankful to all of you. But this isn't the last you're going to be hearing of me today. I'll be talking to y'all on the Patreon Discord soon, so I'll be seeing you there. But guys, thank you so much for watching today. I'll be seeing you on the Discord tonight. I love you guys so much. Have a blessed rest of your day. We'll see you tomorrow at stream, everybody. So I'll see you then. See you guys. See you guys. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. See you guys on Discord.